Of course, I want to solve climate change as long as doing so doesn't create a global shift to equitable distribution of money, technology, or power. And as long as it doesn't require me to forgive anyone that I resent, hate, or feel wounded by, or want to punish or control, or want to remain better than, uh, morally, ethically, emotionally, spiritually, socially, and relationally. And I want to solve climate change as long as it doesn't require me to operate collaboratively rather than competitively with others for wealth and power and status and money and control and safety and security and my personal sense of egoic certainty. And I want to do it as long as it doesn't require me to change my worldview or how I live my life, to make friends with my enemies, to trust anybody fundamentally, comprehensively, or to trust any relationship or any institution or group of people or culture or religion or race. And as long as it doesn't require me to wake up and live a conscious and self-accountable life or require me to realize that money has been a key component, at least, of my perceived identity and definition of my self-worth, especially if I'm male. And as long as it doesn't require me to quit trying to prove that I'm better, higher, more knowledgeable, or in control of others, or should be, and that it doesn't require me to let go of my attachments, judgments, aversions, or desires. The quality of life that we have become accustomed to is generally our point of reference for decision and for action taking and for determination of satisfaction in life or not being satisfied. And that creates the projected expectational dynamics that most human beings tend to operate from in one dimension of their being or another. And of course, literally nations operate from expectational dynamics, all in regard to their interactions with other nations. So that process of expectation, projective expectation, tends to lead to judgmentalness, dissatisfaction, feelings of being wronged, victimization and perpetratorhood, which then someone's supposed to rescue us from, and invalidation or feeling invalidated or not being loved, cared about, or treated optimally, or feeling we're being mistreated. So just because our experience of life has shifted in some fundamental way, and we would suggest that need not be the way that any dimension of life is interpreted. It's a choice. We can choose to be offended by anyone saying or doing anything. We can choose to love someone for saying or doing anything, no matter how seemingly wrong or unkind or uncaring. All of life experience is a choice, and it's often imagined not to be. And that last word there, imagined, is so vitally important because it is a dynamic of imagined experience quite often that we created ourselves and projected ourselves based upon our recordings, our karmas, our misapprehensions, our prior learning, our conditioning, our tribal resonance, cultural dynamics that we reference as if they are real and true and necessary and right and unquestionably appropriate.